So, y'all want to see something cool? Because I'm going to show you a piece of prehistoric history in terms of Portland's age. And it is right around the corner. I'm kind of in this boring hub of just new buildings, right where New Town meets Old Town. Oh, World Trade Center. Didn't know that was here. Behind me are the Poppleton and Pearne, I don't know if I'm saying that right, buildings. These buildings both have a really intriguing history in that they were both destroyed. They were both built in the 1860s and then destroyed by a big fire that came through town in 1873. And they practically rebuilt these buildings with like leftover cast iron. You'll note they still have very much a cast iron look to them. And it's just amazing that they were completely rebuilt on the remains of what was a huge fire that just destroyed this area, especially down here in 1873. So a lot of the buildings in this area are from the late 1870s, which makes sense as they, rebuilt this area. Now, I'm standing at the base of the buildings right behind me, and the reason I am is because of another really intriguing thing that I didn't notice and probably nobody would really notice unless they were actually looking for it, and that is what is right over my shoulder right here. See this? Right through here? This is actually a column from a building that used to be right here. It was called the Wakefield and Glen Building. It was built in 1865, torn down, probably 50, 60 years ago when they were tearing down a lot of stuff in this area. But there is literally this fragmented remain, this kind of column that kind of goes up, and then further up you go, it kind of just fades off. But it's really cool to see that there's still this like little piece of this building left, and the city seems to want it. I mean, why would you want to get rid of it? It's not creating any problems, but it's so cool that they've kept this here as like an ongoing memory of what used to be here so long ago. And one last little factoid before I leave this particular area. If you do a full 180 and look across the street, I cannot pronounce the name of this building. It used to be a block of buildings, but now they've kind of been given their own thing. It's the Rieslier, I think that's how it's pronounced, I'm not sure. The Rieslier building, built in 1878. This, during the 1950s, the conservative Red Scare 1950s, actually housed Portland's most prominent gay club. I believe it was called the Harbor Club. And it was such a thing that people were so uncomfortable over that it was the one bar in Portland where literally sailors and military people that were in the city, they were literally told by their commanders that is the one place in town you cannot go. So that's pre-progressive Portland.